want to talk about something that happened here recently. And it's a good example of why we operate the way we do. I'm sure you noticed we only have about, I don't know, one podcast maybe every month, maybe every 2 months. We do not go out of our way to go and just to find a guest to have on the podcast. Most of the people we interview, we know and we trust, or somebody we know and trust knows them. And we operate like that because we want to be able to vet the information. We want to be able to trust the person giving us the information. You know, we're not doing things for views. We're trying to get good information out there, good usable information. Like with Happy Harris, I can't say enough about that situation and how that turned out. He wound up being a good friend and a good team member. But his story was crazy. But Happy's not. And, Joe's the one that met him through another group that we started earlier, and got to know him, got to know his story, and he trusted him. And then he introduced Happy to me. We started talking, got to know him, and I trusted him. And if you don't know, real quick, his story was he was hunting on what is now our research property. He had two of these things come up behind him talking in the samurai chatter. It scared him so bad that he passed out. He woke up 30 minutes later in his truck 500 yards away. Has no idea how he got there. Well, everything lined up perfectly. As crazy as that story was, I believed him. And the story was so extreme. To me, it meant they really wanted Happy out of there. If they wanted Happy out of there that bad, it's for a reason. So we figured it was a very good spot to investigate. And it turns out we were right. We had gathered really good evidence and wound up having three of us have two different sightings within 40 minutes of each other. And it could not have worked out better. And all of that was based on trust. Happy had absolutely no evidence to back up his story, but we trusted him. We trusted the quality of person he was. Now, on the other hand, and I'm not going to go into particulars on names or anything like that. This involves two other people. One person that I trust and I know, and another person that I was getting to know. This individual contacted me and said that they had a very active area that they were in quite a bit. This person sent video and pictures of tracks, possible structures. There was a few pictures of dark shadows in trees, but you never know with things like that. But they gave me all kinds of details on the location, how to get there, that they would meet me there themselves, or that I could go out there by myself. It was looking really good. It was looking like it was another spot. I started to really think that maybe this guy had something. But unfortunately, there was something off about some of the conversations we had. Some of the stories, they kept ramping up and ramping up. They got crazier and crazier over time. I kind of just pushed it off to the side. I wasn't really sure. I wasn't ready to pull the trigger yet on that and commit to going out there. And really didn't know if I could trust that individual. Well, I got contacted again by that individual. I hadn't talked to him in a while. And they sent me some pictures and some video with just a little bit of audio. You can't even tell what's going on. But with a crazy story. A story that involved physical contact. And I didn't know what to think. But I knew that person knew somebody I knew. And this other person I trust. And I don't know them extremely well, but I've got a good read on them. And they've never steered me wrong. They've never told me anything crazy. just their opinions and some information. So I contacted them. Come to find out, this person that had been sending me this video and told me these crazy stories, he had sent the same pictures and video to this other individual like 2 or 3 months ago with a completely different story. So through that, it was obvious he's a complete and total liar. It's very hard with this subject because we all know human beings will lie for no reason. That not everybody has good intentions. My advice to people who are wanting to get into doing this and finding their own areas is definitely go with your gut. But maybe you don't have the best radar when it comes to judging on, people's character. Give them time. Because usually when you give someone enough time and enough rope, they're going to hang themselves. They're going to show their true colors. And usually if they're not getting enough of your attention, they're going to up the ante. And the story's going to get crazier and crazier. And that's what happened this time. It actually saved me a lot of time and a lot of effort. For all I know, there may be Sasquatch in this guy's area. But I'll never know, because now every single thing this person's told me has been tainted. I just assume he's lied about everything, and that's the only way I can play it. But you got to be careful. We deal with this stuff quite a bit. Stay safe, be careful.